purpose of coming here today was to show you a budget wildlife photography setup. But as you can see all around me, it's so foggy, it's so ridiculously foggy. But I can see there's some in the distance, there's some deer in the distance. I've just met a guy with a Z8 with a 180 to 600 lens on. Nice guy, showed me some of his photographs. Unbelievable wildlife photographer, absolutely belting shots. Not on Facebook, not on Instagram, not on Flickr, not on 500 pics, nothing. Just does it for the fun. Does it because he loves it, and he's absolutely bloody brilliant. And he let me hold his Z8, so now I want one. So the term budget is a very subjective term, obviously. What you consider affordable is not going to be what someone else considers affordable, and vice versa. So the setup I'm using today is the trusty old Nikon D800, the full frame 36 megapixel DSLR, coupled with trusty 150 to 600 Tamron G2 telephoto lens. But you can pick up a D800 these days, say for £300 to £500, depending on the condition you're willing to accept. In terms of lenses, you know, this Tamron 150 to 600 G2 set me back, I think, about 750 quid, and it's in really good condition. I'm down now in amongst the red deer. There's a huge herd of red deer just off in the distance. There's a load of stags on this side too. Someone in the background's firing a shotgun, so that's kind of spooked them, and they're all just kind of moving back across. Safety numbers, I guess. But there are hundreds, I mean hundreds of deer here. Oh, unfortunately I just spooked the big group of stags. I got a little bit too close and a little bit too far out of cover. But if any of the shots were any decent, I'll throw them on now. So the main problem you're going to have when you're buying a budget, say DSLR for wildlife photography, is the speed. Even with a camera like the Z6 II, which is relatively modern, something like birds in flight is notoriously difficult. The success rate is somewhat low, shall we say. Even if you're out practicing every day, every week, you know, sometimes these older cameras do not perform as you'd expect with fast moving action. Especially if you're looking to keep the price down and you're buying a well used, that camera could have been knocked about a fair bit, so you need to bear that in mind when you're making your purchases. So as you can see, I'm back in the office now because the conditions just were not favourable for wildlife. Don't get me wrong, the mood and some of them shots I absolutely love. The first one that you saw in the video, the fallow deer with the tree in the background, absolutely love that photo. I think the composition really works. I think the amount of fog really works. The fall off really works, and just the minimal amount of colour. There's some colour in the grass, but apart from that, it's very minimal amount of colour in that image. But I really like that shot. I would normally come back here, make a print, show you the print, talk about that, and then end the video. But I just don't feel like any of these shots are going to work as a physical print. Not to say that's the fault of the camera, probably more me not composing properly on the day, rushing about, rather than poor performance of the camera. So just bear in mind, if you are looking to enter the wildlife photography sphere, you can pick up really good used equipment for quite a low price, but just bear in mind that some of that kit's going to have been through the ringer, and like my, let's say, battle hardened Nikon D800, it can be tough to work in certain conditions. I did mention before the camera lends itself more to this type of wildlife photography than, say, birds in flight, just because the autofocus speed is, even when the camera was new, it was never the best. And obviously, you know, Nikon DSLR autofocus has never been, yeah, let's just leave it at that. So not exactly a failed outing, but not exactly a success either. Yeah, I'm just enjoying being back out, creating images, creating content, and doing what I love. So with that being said, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Flickr, Twitter, wherever you feel like following. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.